listeners, and welcome back to Free Range Pumpkins in Space, Episode 9. Today, the players will be escorting the rest of the set slaves home and seeing what other type of shenanigans they can get into. So you guys are just dropped off the two that Tana dropped off. And Tana, what are you doing now? You just had that big emotional exchange with the poor parent, and then with the rich one, you just had that exchange, and they gave you guys all a set of money.
Yes, they did, and then afterward, we returned to the ship, and I had that tour with Kirk.
Oh, that's right, and they went around and they showed you what all of the, smart things meant.
And we told you, take a notebook.
Yes, that's right, that's right.
I must thank you, Pilot Kirk, for alerting me to how strange your labeling system is. Is there a reason for this?
If spies get on the ship, they will get lost and they won't be able to do anything.
Or the spies will find Rick and ask him where things is.
See, we're ready. No one can get in and do strange things to our ship. It's anti-theft.
I see.
Anti-terrorist, we are protecting our ship. Vivian and I did that.
It is very safe till it blows up, yes.
Yeah, well,
Very safe till it blows up, that's fair point.
It's basically, it's whatever it is, it's the opposite. Almost. Yeah, sort of.
I may need to draw a diagram later of the ship for future reference.
Alright, it looks like a pumpkin with a naked woman that has tassels that spin around on the outside.
I see.
So is the naked woman like art or kind of like that whatever they call it on the ship?
That depends on how you see Vivian.
Because it's Vivian.
I know it's Vivian, but is it like a solid like statue thing that you see on like ships?
No, it's like etched into it.
Oh, so it's just an etching.
It's a mark. So every ship has a call mark. So that way whenever you see it, you know who the ship belongs to.
Like fighter jets during World War II that had those painted. Yeah.
Yes.
Or-
sort of, but for different reasons.
Or on Star Trek where they had NCC 1701,
Oh, okay.
which is what I asked for. But then we drew Vivian
We drew Vivian naked.
with tassels that actually stick out and spin.
It's like, isn't her crotch covered with the name of the ship?
Yes.
Yes.
Rear badge box, yes.
Yeah. Vivian drew that while we were discussing it. It was pretty sensational. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, we digress.
So you guys have 4 days until the next planet, where you can drop off the next set of girls.
4 days.
4 days.
Well, Tana will be exploring where her room is because she hasn't seen it yet.
Alright, so you have your own room, and you can decorate it however you want to decorate it. Whatever you want to decorate it with, that's it. You've got it. So just describe it to us and you're good to go.
Okay, well, let's see. She's got engineering, so she has a little workshop in a nook in the room.
Okay.
Along with her personal space, with all of her personal effects and all that. And then she's got another corner for her lab, because she's been dabbling in genetic engineering, so she's got a huge, she's got like a little lab thing set up to do all of those things there too. So she's got some shelves with her stuff on that for that, and she's got all of her parts laid out on her workshop table that she collected from the robots from earlier. And
Ooh, true story.
so she's got all that set up, and she's probably going to be looking at those things for a little while. Not all the time, but she will spend a little bit of time looking at all that.
Okay. What else? Do you have any specific posters or anything like that on your walls?
Not yet.
Okay. Alright, let's go this way. Jet, what are you doing? You got 4 days.
Well, for one whole day, I meditate and train.
Okay. Turn to meditate. Alright, what are you doing, Rick?
are, but he does not know who all these girls are. So that's kind of confusing for a minute. But other than that, he hangs out and drinks. And if Vivian was here, he'd like try to talk to her. But that's
Alright, so Vivian isn't present tonight, listeners. But we really don't need her present because whether or not she was here, she would have been doing the exact same thing. Vivian is currently locked in her room, sobbing over Edward, her boyfriend from the last episode, and she is listening to 90s romance music.
There's no cam show.
There's no cam show.
You can't even see in her bathroom. She has closed her. She doesn't lock her door, and she put a lock on. She is upset. All you hear is sobbing.
Sad sobbing.
Rick writes a note that says, I know what losing someone very close to you is like. If you want to talk, just call me. And then he puts that in the thing.
Oh,
Anything else?
that's very nice.
And coming out of Vivian's room, you hear 98 degrees. I do. And then as John walks back from the bathroom or from the kitchen, he hears Amazed by Lone Star playing. Just constant, sad, lovey-dovey music playing in the background.
Shake my head.
What about you, Orty? What are you doing?
Well, for the first day, I'm gonna just rest and recuperate to regain all my strength and stamina and whatnot.
Okay. Are you short in the HP?
Yeah, I was like at 18 previously.
18 out of what?
Out of, well, before it was 25, now it's 32.
Okay, 18 out of 25, 7 points short, 2 points a day. You're gonna spend all 4 days resting.
Then that is what I will do.
Okay. Alright, Kirk, what are you doing?
Well, I tried to, get through to Vivian for about a day. Gave up because I was really worried about her
Okay.
for that first day, and I decided, she's just too sobby and it's a little scary because it's not like her. So I decided I was going to learn ballet.
You were gonna learn ballet.
Yeah. I thought maybe the chicks will dig me more,
Okay.
so I'm going to learn ballet in 3
She
days.
might make him look taller too.
Good. See? Thank you, Tana. So I'm going to just,
Practice ballet.
practice ballet because I think the chicks will dig it.
So, Jet, on another day, coming back, you not only hear sad 90s love music, like Back at One by Brian McKnight, you then pass, and you swear to God, you hear the Nutcracker playing by Kirk's room.
What's going on in this ship?
Alright, so you guys are on your way to planet Akaton. So,
Awesome.
Jet, what are you doing
He's,
for the next day?
he's scavenging for food.
No, make sure my
Communicator is functioning properly.
Yeah.
I'll walk by Kirk's room and say, bang on the door. Kirk, what's up? What are you doing?
Hey!
I heard some I think what I'm hearing is Nutcracker music.
Yeah, you want to come and learn ballet with me?
I'll pass on that one.
The chicks will dig it, dude. I'm serious. This is great.
Thanks, man.
I'm in a leotard. Oh,
Rat in a leotard.
oh man.
I've actually seen that before.
That's scary.
I want to ask, at the same time, I don't want to know.
You can see the fan art down there.
Oh dear God. We suddenly have a whole new fan base of furries. Congratulations.
Oh no!
We just found them.
That's not it wasn't really a furry thing, it was more of a cartoon thing.
Well, yeah.
Well, if you're going Fantasia,
I guess that's fair. But I don't think this group has ever went Fantasia. I think this group always goes more hentai than Fantasia.
Chicago.
Yeah, pretty much. Alright, so what else you doing?
Close this door
Just chilling.
Just chilling. I make some food for him.
Okay.
Give him a bowl of food.
Okay.
And then I just put on a headset and just listen to hard rock music.
Hard rock music? I like it.
Natashka.
Good. Alright, Rick, what you doing?
I drink and then just started to stay out of everybody's way.
Drink and then just try to stay out of everybody's way?
Yeah.
You just gonna stay like
Either in my room or just if anyone's in a common area, I'll be in the corner.
okay, good. Yeah. Alright, Ordy, what you doing?
Oh, I get to do stuff?
Oh no, that's right. You're freaking healing. You're on bed rest. Alright, Tana, what you doing?
Well, Tana does hear some music.
Tana hears a lot of music.
Decides to go to investigate briefly.
Tana will regret that mistake. Which music are you going to?
Well,
Oh yeah.
the loudest seems to be coming from Vivian's room, so I walk towards there briefly,
Okay.
see the door is closed, and hear all the commotion, and decide maybe I should just leave her alone and let her have space.
Okay.
So then, between the two rooms, I hear this odd dichotomy of sound as they both clash
True.
very aggressively. And so, of course, I'm very confused and decide to figure out why this other music's going on. So I knock on the door.
Okay, whose door are we knocking on?
Kirk.
Hey!
What is going on here?
Hey, I'm learning ballet. You want to dance?
Ballet? Why have we decided this?
The chicks that dig it.
Are you sure?
No? Really? I made a bad choice?
It would depend. Not everybody likes ballet. Some might and some won't.
I thought I looked really good in these tights, too. Dang. Okay. Oh, so my plie is gorgeous. Watch this. Watch.
Okay, I will watch.
Okay. And I plie. What do you think?
It's very nice.
Thank you. Look, I must be doing well. She likes it. Okay.
With more practice, you might be even better.
Thank you. Thank you.
Tana's trying to be nice. Tana is trying very hard to be nice.
Alright, Kirk. So you've had 2 visitors today.
Yep.
What are you doing?
Well, I'm working on my plie, and I wanna jump what's his name? Oh shoot, not getting was it Barishnikov? No, it's not Barishnikov. Maybe it is.
Who's the Lord of the Dance?
No, that's the wrong kind of dance.
I know, but
That's Michael Flatley, and that's not the kind of dance.
I
think it's
know.
Barishnikov that does the Russian ballet dancer that does those leaps, and it's like, oh my god, I want to do that.
Alright.
Because I'm thinking I could even use that to jump over enemies, you know?
You'll need to level up your acrobatics.
She's solid on fucking acrobatics. It's her jump that's the problem.
Yeah.
She's got no problem. If she gets a high enough jump check, her acrobatics check is shit to do a plie and a spin in the air.
Rick will pick you up and throw you.
Well, I'm looking
Can we practice?
Now what you need to do is go fastball special on that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a great idea. I should go see Rick and see if he'll practice throwing me so I can jump.
Okay.
Wait, you should go to Gordy. He's got pretty good.
Ordy's on bed rest.
It's true.
No, I'm gonna go knock on Rick's door.
Oh, he's like fucking sauce. By
Okay.
the way.
Hey, Rick.
Yeah.
Listen. So I've been practicing ballet.
What's that?
It's dancing the girls dig.
Cool.
Okay. Right. So I got the leotard. I think I look pretty cool.
I see that. You look great. Very aerodynamic.
Thank you. I can't get the jumping part really well to
Yeah.
practice. I was wondering, can we go practice and you could throw me and I could see how far I can jump that way?
You want me to throw you as far as I can throw you?
Yes!
Okay. Do you have helmet? You should put on helmet. Let's go.
Helmet? Helmet. Do we have helmets?
Your helmet and your suits come with the helmet.
Awesome! Wait a minute, I'll go get my helmet.
Okay.
Okay, I'll be right back. So I run to my room, I grab my helmet, I run back in the helmet and a leotard.
So the helmet and a leotard.
And I go,
Yes!
We go to the biggest room in the place.
Alright, so
Jet, you are walking back from getting food and you see a rat run by you in a leotard and you're like, F it. And then you see the same rat running back by you, now with a helmet.
Grab. Kurt. Slow down, man.
Dude! Rick is gonna throw me! This is great!
Alright. So
Tana
whatever
was
rooms
sitting
the
awkwardly in the doorway, wondering how this escalated so fast.
whatever
True
like
story.
I drag my mattress behind me and put it against the wall that I throw you at.
Woo! Alright, let's do
So
it!
Jenna, as you're watching this, you literally see Rick carry her mattress outside.
We do this all the time all the time in barracks. All the time. It's great sport.
Like in the hallway.
Rat tossing is
Not rat tossing. We toss everyone. Equal opportunity tossing.
Equal opportunity tossing.
Alright, I'm ready. Let's go.
Okay, I pick him up. And
Roll athletic.
throw him aside. Okay. You gotta be right now.
It's a rat toss. Chuck a rat.
You get him. You get up high enough. Roll acrobatics.
So let's see. 17.
He gets a plie and a spin in the middle of the air, and then
And I yell woohoo.
lands on the mattress.
Woohoo! Let's do it again. I can do better.
Starts clapping.
I can do it. I can do better. Come on.
I just keep doing it till you try to stop.
Yep.
You
I
can't
can do
stop
this all day.
it, but you need to keep rolling.
Okay.
Both of you. Like, you can't take
19.
Oh, this one's not as good. Oh, that one's only a 16. So I didn't do as well that time. That's okay.
So yeah, you still spin, or you get the plie out, but you're not able to spin. Not enough time.
I can do better. Oh no, worse.
How the hell do you keep going down one number at a time?
That's amazing. We're getting tired.
You're getting tired.
Excitement and doing well the first time is kind of throwing
Is that
off his
what-
game a little here.
Is everyone else just like watching like it's a tennis match?
Yeah.
It's like,
And then the rat
It's
runs
a
back.
rat running in a helmet and a leotard.
Jesus.
That is a hilarious picture, isn't it?
I go prop the mattress back up into position every now and then.
Okay, I got this. I got it. Let's do it again. Oh, yes.
27.
25.
Oh.
That
It's
one
gonna
is
be beautiful.
beautiful.
Except the hallway isn't long enough.
Oh shit!
Oh no.
So Rick gets so much strength behind you, you're flying through the air and mid-spin. You're even like spinning upside down doing a plie. You smack sideways. Well, you're gonna take some damage. Smack!
Am I fast enough to catch him?
No, you chunked him. Oh, but you got on a helmet.
Yeah, and-
Yeah, you got on a helmet. You'd be fine. Most of your.
Okay.
However, your head does slide off the mattress, and the resounding dog hits throughout the entire ship.
Awesome.
So, Orty, as you're sitting there trying to nap on bed rest in the medical bay, you hear a dog.
And I wake up briefly and say, "What the deuce?"
You got no idea.
And then I go back to sleep.
Then I go back to sleep. I don't care. You should fall apart. Alright, Taylor, what are you doing?
Well, I've already. I kind of rush over to see if Kirk is okay, because I mean, that was a pretty loud.
Kirk stands immediately back up with 2 thumbs up in the air, good to go again.
Okay, well, I kind of step back at that point, just in case I get hit by
By a flying rat.
by his flying arms saying, I'm back kind of thing.
Jet, what are you doing?
I stand up, thanks for the show, everybody, and go back to my room.
Okay. Alright, so that'll conclude day 3. Alright, day 4. What you doing, Rick?
Unless Kirk wants to do more ballet, I'm just going to be in my room drinking and staying away from everyone else.
Okay.
And reading my notebook.
We're gonna assume Kirk is gonna practice more ballet.
Well, then I'll,
Drink in your room and chill out.
Yeah.
He's bed rest. Taylor, what are you doing?
I'm gonna go mess around with my lab
Okay.
for a little while. I already had some samples I collected from my planet before leaving.
Alright,
so
hang on a second.
I'm just gonna examine them for a while.
Okay.
Alright. So, Taylor, I'm sorry, what were you saying?
I basically said Tana's in her lab area. She's looking over some samples plant samples she collected from her planet before, and she's just examining them.
Okay. Just looking at them. I like it. Alright, and Jet, what you doing?
Goes out of his room. See what Kirk's up to again, I guess.
Okay, you go in, Kirk, what you doing?
Well, I feel that I've mastered the jump.
Uh-huh.
So, because I'm excellent at that, obviously. So now I'm trying to dance on my tippy toes.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. Because I think that'll make me taller. And if I can walk around on my tiptoes, like those ballerinas do, I got this then. So I've fashioned my own toe shoes out of crap I found around the ship.
toe shoes or ballerina shoes?
The ballerina toe
Okay,
point
yeah.
I'm
shoes.
thinking the ones that have the individual
Oh,
toes,
you
like
do
for tree
points
climbing.
No,
Those
no,
the
no.
point shoes.
Ballerinas actually wear specialized.
No, I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's my dad was a linebacker and ballerina at the same time,
Wow.
so imagine the big ass ballerina shoes, size 15 ballerina shoes. Okay,
Awesome.
Yeah, I learned that in elementary school. A lot of football players take ballet. It makes their ankles and calves stronger and more agile. So they can be able to be faster on spins and faster dodges.
Cool.
So I fashioned my own point shoes out of crap I found around the ship. And I'm currently trying to walk and, stumbling a little, but I figure I gotta walk first before I can do any of this other stuff. So I'm gonna walk around the ship on my homemade point shoes.
You could just steal some of Vivian's lingerie to get the satin straps, Like,
Well, if you
Oh
you
my
can't
God.
get
Get
in
into
the
her
room.
room.
Oh no.
That's
I
right.
assume she left clothes somewhere.
It'd be nice if we had a lot bigger feet.
But I would not do that to her.
Yeah. Not in her time of.
No, she's mourning. She has to have her moment.
Yeah.
Many moments.
Well, she is Vivian.
Yes.
And she's sad. She loved Edward. But
Wait.
it'll be okay.
Oh.
Still does love. He's alive. Probably.
We killed him.
Yeah.
No, but we brought him
No,
back.
no.
man.
No.
Yeah, he was still alive.
Oh, okay.
Y'all just beat him within an inch of his life so it would make the story more believable.
He's probably still alive.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. Anyway,
Alright.
that's what I'm doing.
So,
I've dedicated myself to this. These
somewhere
4
throughout the
days.
day, as you guys are taking shift, also driving the ship, the ship emerges. The drift rips open, and you're popped out in front of a dark red planet, or orangish planet, whatever you want to call it. Called Akaton.
Awesome.
Looks like this. This is the Akaton planet.
Ooh.
Orange orb. As you get closer in,
I'm gonna grab a book.
Do you have the Pack Worlds one there,
it's okay,
Jen?
it's in the other one too.
Yeah, the other one too?
Yeah.
Okay, tell her what you saw.
Where is it?
48.
So are we all in our separate area, or are they together?
What?
Oh, I don't know where everyone is.
Yeah, you're still resting.
Okay, good.
Alright, page 48, Taylor. So, as you guys exit, the two girls, who are from Akaton. Who's going to go talk to them?
They still shy away from me because I'm not perfect at ballet yet.
I'm not perfect at ballet. That's why they're afraid of you.
That's it.
Right.
I got to get better at this.
One says she's from a little bitty village on the outskirts of Dasa. And the other one says she's from the city of Arl. So which one do you guys want to take first? The one from Arl or the one from Dasa?
Let's roll dice. Odds, it's Arl. Evens, it's Dasa. There you go, evens, Dasa.
Alright, so as she's directing you, Kirk, and you're piloting the ship, you enter the atmosphere, you look, and it's a desolate planet. It's a dark planet. It's a dead planet. It's a bug
planet.
No, it's a really dark desert planet. I couldn't help myself.
Yeah, I
It's
know,
a really
right?
dark. It's a really dark planet, desert planet. You get within range, and you just see these little mounds of dirt, just dug into the ground. And she says, "There they are. You can land over here." And she gestures you to a spot. As you land, and the door comes open, just a sweltering amount of heat just smacks into the side of the ship. You just feel it. It's easily well over 100 degrees here.
Oh.
And then you begin to understand why this girl is so tan. Why she has just that brilliant, gorgeous brown glow. But she gets out and she says, "My house is right here. Would you like to meet my family?"
Sure. We'd love to.
So she begins walking to the houses. And she's so excited. She's telling you all about her family, telling you all about her mom and her grandfather, and all about her brother who absolutely worships the gladiator pits and just absolutely loves them. And tells you about other people in her village. You have Hoga who has a dream that one day he'll be on Castrovel and be able to go fishing. Telling you about all of these guys that she's so excited she thought she'd never see again. And as she approaches the village, she stops.
Yep.
She looks, she says, "They're not here. Nobody's here." As you guys get closer, there's no one around. Nobody's here whatsoever.
Oh. Would they have gone somewhere else? That you know of? Does
She
anyone
says,
travel?
"No, they don't really travel." She says, "They could have been taken to the pits, to the gladiator pits. That would have been the only reason they ever would have left." And as she says this, the realization dawns in her eyes that she's now alone, that her family will never come back. So she turns and she looks at you and she says, "Could you just take me with the other girl to Arl? And it's a city, and I'm sure I can find work there. I can do something there."
Is it impossible to rescue your family from gladiator pits?
Unless you want to join the pits and fight. But
We need Natashka for that.
you would have to join the... You'd either have to be a member of the pits and freed, or you would have to join the pits, join her on a team, and take on other teams with them, and then the freed team gets to leave.
We need Natashka.
I don't know if we have people for that, but we will. Maybe we can take you forever.
We may
Fine.
revisit this area when Natashka is feeling better.
He says, or she says, "Thank you. Yeah, could you just take me to the city of Arl, please?"
Sure.
Like, you could just see the sadness drain out of her. So you guys all walk back to the ship. And as you guys are walking by, she's now actually sitting outside of Vivian's room, also listening to the music. Just a lonely soul just sitting there in the hallway listening to Vivian's music.
Oh.
So you guys fly over to the city of Arl. It takes about 30-45 minutes, not long at all. When you guys get there, it's a massive city. The city of Arl is absolutely huge. It stands on top of a plateau. nobody actually knows who runs it. The people who run it appear just to be figureheads, and it's pretty well known. You have rulers who, whenever the city's attacked, they'll send out their own personal bodyguards. That's how you know it's fake. Or know the figurehead doesn't have any power. And they'll attack the raiding parties, so the city's never under.
Oh, fun.
So as you guys come into land, a voice comes over your ship speakers and asks you to identify yourselves.
This is the free range veg box. We're returning someone home. She was lost, and we've helped her find her way home. I don't want to give too much information because I don't know who I'm talking to.
He says, very well. We'll check your ship identification whenever you land. Land at Dock C.
Thank you very much.
Dock C lights up. So just fly there and land, absolutely no problems. Whenever you get out, there's a man standing there in blue armor with like spikes coming off the backside of it, as if he was running so fast his metal got stuck where it was and he pulled himself through it. And he's standing there and he's looking at you and he says, okay, ship ID please. You have it on your comms again.
Yep. I just show him everything.
He says, okay, everything seems to be in order. He said, feel free to join the city of Arl.
Thank you.
Unlike other cities that y'all have been to, this one is actually predominantly human. Okay? The second most is Isoki.
Yes.
Oh,
Tana's thinking about exploring the city.
I gotta ask a question. Am I still asleep?
No, you'd be up at this point.
Ah, dang it. I had a really cool thing I was gonna say, but now I can't.
You're awake.
I know, but it was when I just woke up, because I've been like, oh, I would have said yawn, and then been like, hey guys, what's going on? But now I can't since I'm already been awake.
Yeah, you've been awake for a while.
Dang it.
You've probably been awake since y'all came back off the ship.
Okay.
So anyways, it's actually pretty big. So yeah. The one woman says, you can take me to my house here. The other one says, if you could just take me to a business center, I'll find a work. So who's taking the one to the business center, or what are y'all doing? Business center and the one who goes home.
Guess we'll take the one home first.
I will go to the business center with the other one.
I'll go with the one who's going home then.
Oh.
Or are we gonna?
What about you, Taylor?
Well,
I guess I'll check out the business center.
Okay, 3 business center, 2 home.
since
all right.
we've got to go separate places.
So
Okay.
we'll go home. So you two that are going home, as you're walking, she's actually been pretty quiet. She's scared. No sense motive check necessary. You see her fear in being back here.
Are you okay?
She says, yes, I wonder what they'll say.
Well, they'll be happy to see you.
She said, yes, but I'm the one who got myself into this mess.
You didn't ask them to steal you.
She said I was doing their drugs and I couldn't pay them.
Well, either way,
It's not your fault.
I chose the drugs.
But it's not your fault.
My parents told me not to.
Well,
I did
no.
anyways.
you aren't doing them now, are you?
I mean, I haven't had a chance.
Well, there you go. Then you're fine. It's a very, very matter-of-fact way of looking at it.
I wonder what they'll say.
They're your parents. They'll love you.
And she says, hopefully.
well, if not, you can. I don't know.
It's like, where are you going to go with that, Rick?
You can come with us.
Yes.
Rick has a wisdom of 6. He'll say anything. You have to keep remembering that. I keep fucking it up.
Dear God.
We'll just pick up another one.
We'll just pick up another one.
We got lots of room.
Alright, so, anyways, as you guys
Free-range
get to her
village
house,
box. Home of lost souls.
it's not a poor house, it's not a rich house, but it's just a normal, average house. And as you're sitting there, waiting, she's staring at the door, she hasn't knocked yet, and she probably works up the courage, and she knocks on the door. voice from the other side, very gruff, says, "What do you want?" She says, "Dad, it's me, it's Atalia." And he opens up the door and tears just pour to his eyes. So happy to see his daughter, and he picks her up and he holds her. He says, "I thought I'd never see you again." And she says, "You're not mad?" He says, "Honey, why'd I ever be mad? I love you. You're my daughter and I never want anything to happen to you." And she says, "Just wait. Just wait 1 minute." He says, "Okay." He shuts the door again. And then he opens it a couple seconds later and he says, "Knock again." She says, "Okay." She knocks again. And 20 seconds goes by, no answer. She knocks again. And the mom says, and a female voice from the other side says, "My husband already told you. We don't need any more electrical work done." And she starts to laugh, and she says, "I'm not here for electrical work." And the woman opens up the door, throws it back with all of her power, says, "What do you..." And then just immediately breaks and starts hugging her daughter. And they bring her into the house, and they offer both of you two to come in. They ask if you guys want anything to drink.
No snacks.
We just wanted to make sure that she got home safe.
And they thank you emphatically. They have nothing to offer you.
We don't need anything.
But they thank you so much, and they say, "Look, if you're ever on the planet, you ever need a place to stay, you always come here. You'll always have a place in our house." And the daughter and them just start talking and laughing. Yeah, you're good to go. Y'all just gonna turn around and leave?
I want to take a family snap so I can send it to Obix.
A family snap, and you're gonna send it to Obix?
Yep, and then I want Rick to get in there with it, and then we'll take a.
Rick doesn't get it.
Yeah,
No, thank you.
Rick doesn't have a choice.
No.
Because
You're
really,
going to
Kirk
have
is
to
just
pull me in, Kirk, and I can throw you. So it's going to be very high.
And that was awesome.
This is what's gonna happen. Kirk's gonna try pulling you, and you're gonna throw him, and in the middle, he's gonna be like, "Plié!"
And I'm going to be taking photos
So
of
you
you while I'm
While
flying.
she's flying.
Very good for Polaroid wall. Okay, let's
Yes.
go.
Thank you. That's I just wanted some happy snaps. That's what I do now. And I send them to Obix because, he might want to see some happy things other than, and I know I get a picture of a dead hobo from him when I
My dead hobo.
Some like rat with his head bitten off.
Yes.
Yes,
You got a picture of his cochlea?
Yeah. Yeah. Or his codpiece.
Or his codpiece?
Yeah.
The dazzled codpiece?
All four.
Yeah,
All four.
Yeah, I just wanted, because I keep sending him photos. He's like, "What?" Yeah, so I'm pretty sure that's what would happen.
So anywho, you three are gonna, what are y'all doing? Gonna head back to the ship or go shopping? Or you two?
Well, you want to walk into town? Or you want to head back to the ship? What do you want to do, Rick?
Whatever you want to do, Kirk.
Let's go take a look around.
Okay.
Okay. So you three.
Why
Tana,
not, right?
Jet,
You can always throw me.
Yes.
Or dazzle some chicks. Pick them
You
up.
three are following her into the town center, right?
Yep.
Alright, as you're going, she doesn't know what she's gonna do. You hear her say, though, "I have an idea, and I'm pretty sure it'll work. I just hope it does." So, is there anything you guys want to talk to her about?
Do you want to light this in on this planet of yours?
She says, "Well, I was really good at something." She said, "I'm going to try to do it again."
What is this something?
She says, "Well, if I'm being honest, it's taking care of male clients.
Oh, she's a
I appreciate
Vivian.
who the fuck the Vivian.
It's
No,
a
I'm not
windy,
here.
it's a windy work. It's called a blowjob. That's the kind of work she's probably gonna get."
Do you have a plan B if nothing works out?
Well, this is my only plan, so I guess I really don't have a plan B. She says, "But I'm a fresh virgin, ready for prostitution."
Let me see. Oh. I have an idea. Can my comm look for any kind of advertisement
Nope.
of buildings and locations?
No.
Damn. Nope.
Your job is literally just to talk.
Dang it.
Talk and take pictures. That's pretty much all it is.
Gosh. Well, madam, if I may suggest perhaps a less dangerous line of work, perhaps we can find some sort of strip club, perhaps on this planet.
She says, Roy planet. She says, this one, if prostitution is legal, strip clubs don't exist.
Curses.
So there is no Ray Rays.
Not on that at all.
Don't think sorry.
We'll explain that.
He's like, are you sure you want to dive into this
You
right
don't know
away
about
without
Rares?
doing anything else first? It sounds more like a last resort.
She says, well, my first plan was to see my family, but they're gone. So I guess this technically is my last resort.
Well, she could come back on the ship with us and we can find her somewhere else.
She says, well, you're not there.
Well, no, so I can't say that.
Perhaps you could come work on our ship.
She says, how? I have no skills. I have no training.
Not necessarily. We can get you training, and we know just a gal to do it.
Training and what?
Oh, Jesus.
Well, apparently Vivian has some sort of cam show of the adult variety, from what I hear, and perhaps you could come on as a special intern and guest, and perhaps assist her within that.
Or maybe Emon.
Or Emon.
Dead silence.
It would be a guaranteed safer route, and you'd get paid, and once you get a following, you'd be able to make your own money, and then be able to
She says this one wouldn't be unsafe. She said I would be protected here. She said it's not forced. It's optional. It's a job. She says, but if I go, and let's just say I'm not into women. So dealing with Vivian I would not do.
Oh, no, you wouldn't be doing things with Vivian.
Yes.
You weren't there.
Oh, yeah. Not there.
Well, you don't necessarily need to do things with Vivian.
Thank you. Keep forgetting, I'm not there.
But then, what would I be in the camp show for? It's Vivian's camp show.
True, but every cam show needs just more than one girl. You can't just have one girl.
You don't know what cam shows
Those
are,
are-
do you, dear?
No, I do not.
That's one girl.
Oh my gosh.
It's literally one girl. It's either one
Okay,
girl or
my
a guy.
character doesn't know this. All he knows is some sort of adult
That's
thing.
because you keep forgetting to watch Vivian's show.
Don't worry. Oh,
She says, I'd rather not be part of the camp show, and I'm not religious enough to be part of a religious
well, then at least.
Wouldn't that be a little bit safer?
What?
Why not like a bartender or a barista or something?
They make less money, and I'm used to the sex job. I've been doing it now for years,
Okay.
and it's not unsafe.
All right. Then at least let us escort. Do you have like a handler or a boss to go to? Perhaps.
I like how you avoided the words everybody else would have. And she says, no. She says they exist within the brothels. She said, so I'll go in, see if they need any extra help, run a test on me, I'll pass, and then I'll become a working woman again.
Then at least let us escort you to the brothel to make sure that you'll be safe along the way.
She says that's where I was going right now.
Then let us be off.
So, you guys get there. What do you want to say, Tana?
I was just agreeing that, yeah, I'll also escort.
So you three are on your way to this brothel. You get there, and it has some letters that you don't understand. It says RRHD,
Oh,
And-
yes.
and it doesn't quite make sense to you.
Yeah, it doesn't.
And so you
I know what it is.
and so you get in, and what you see in front of you is it's an entrance room. So you enter.
Oh.
And they ask you, What are you here for?
Well, we're here to escort this young woman to apply for a position at your brothel. She's experienced, yet still a virgin.
You know, I don't think you.
He looks at you and says, "Son, that can't happen."
Obviously, you haven't been to where we have been.
He says, "Son, I've been to a lot of places. I'm telling you,
Well,
I don't think that's possible."
well, a mystical temple that restores virginity says otherwise.
This man looks at you like you're fucking nuts. And he looks at her. And by her, I mean Tana. And he says, "So you're still a virgin and you're looking to get a job here?"
Oh, no, not me. Not me. I'm not here for... I am escorting.
That's what I said. You're here to be an escort.
Here.
So you're here to escort.
No, I am here with the other two to bring this friend here to work here for you. I am not here for that.
He looks at the other girl, and he goes, "Okay, so you're the one who's a virgin but experienced." She says, "Yes." He says, "Have you ever worked in a brothel before?" And she says, "No." So he says, "Okay, so we need to run a blood test on you and test some other things and see about your body and your physical shape and see how that works." And she says, "Okay." So she goes back behind the door, and you three are left just sitting out there in front of a counter. And there's a woman behind the counter. It says, "But while she's doing that, if you three would like to be serviced, just please ask, and I'll be more than happy to get any girls you seek. Or guys, if that is your fancy."
Huh. They must be talking about waiters.
Wait, is he that bad?
Yes.
Oh god.
So if any of you would like to be serviced, now's the time.
No, wait for it.
They have to be
Perhaps
serviced first.
I would like to be serviced.
Yes. She asks you to describe what you would like.
Well, I would like, it would have to be tall. I prefer something fruity. But with a hint of sour.
The woman looks at you, cocks her head and says, "Boy, are you alright?"
Woman, I have never been more sober in my life.
She says, "Never been to a brothel before, have you?"
Perhaps I say I have not.
She says, "Son, in this place, we tickle your pickle."
I don't have a pickle.
Tana is awkwardly backing away because she does not know him.
This is a place where we spank your wake. Like,
What's a wake?
oh God. This woman looks at you.
It's dying.
This woman looks at you and says, 500 credits. You can find out.
Sorry, I'm saving up for a power armor, but I appreciate the offer.
It says that's fine by me. After this exchange, the owner comes back out with the girl in tow.
Oh my god.
And he says, "She told me everything that y'all have told me." He says, "I still don't believe it, but her virginity is intact and her body is pure. So if she chooses to work here, we will protect her and she will have a job. If you ever need anything, please feel free to come in. We're open 24 hours a day." And he hands you his card. And he said, "It has my name on it, my contact information in case you ever want to get a hold of me."
Excellent.
And his name is Mr. Pimp. And it says RRHD, where we get down.
Oh, you
What? Excuse me, gentlemen, I'd like to ask, what does RRHD mean?
He says, "Honestly, it was lost in the gap. We don't know." He said, "But we found the equipment here to get started. So it's just the way it works. It's RRHD. Maybe one day we'll send. Maybe one day the Starfinder Society will find out what RRHD means.
Maybe someday. Well, thank you, Mr. Pimp. Hopefully we'll come in sometime soon.
He says, "Thank you very much." And he takes her in, and as the doors open up, you see very slender women floating to the ground. Very good-looking, slender. I shouldn't say women, because you can also see them floating to the ground, just from somewhere.
Only wearing panties.
only wearing panties. Panties and bra. Yes.
Okay. That's so funny.
All right.
Because
All
I
right.
know what it is.
So now we get to tell about Ray Ray's hoedown. Because
It exists in
Tana-
Starfinder!
Tana doesn't know, and neither does Rick. So Ray Ray's hoedown.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
We were playing D&D 3.5, and the players at the end of the campaign, I always ask them what they want to do, and then I take their character sheets and they exist in my world. So their characters exist, and they can run back into their former characters in future games. So I asked them, what do you want to do? They had massive amounts of wealth, they could build whatever they wanted to do, pretty much do whatever they wanted to do. And my brother-in-law comes up with this idea to build a strip club. The strip club was unique in the fact that this is the base floor. Okay, where you come in.
Right.
Get stages with the strippers. This is the second floor with a space in between them. 2 holes line up. And the strippers would fall from one into the other one with a magical volume of slow fall, so they take no damage and could dance on the way down. So then on the stage, they would introduce you, and you would literally enter through the roof, dancing and boogieing, already in your bra and panties.
Why, you might
Lady Gaga
ask?
on the Super Bowl.
Just- Why? Because you could. He had the spell of Snowfall, and in 3.5 there's a spell called Permanency, so you can make any list of spells permanent.
Yeah.
So he permanently can't enchanted these volumes with Slowfall. All the other ones invested to spread the name. I rolled percentiles to see if it spreads. I got a 100, so it spread like wildfire. So it existed, but they didn't have a name for it. His character's name was Ray Ray. And so as a joke, it's a hoedown.
Yes.
It is Ray Ray's
Yes.
hoedown. So RRHD is Ray Ray's hoedown.
And there's one in Waterdeep.
And there's one in Waterdeep. There's
5e.
There's multiples in my worlds. And this summer, we played. By the way, y'all can all work at Ray Ray's hoedown. Now it's a prostitution ring in Hackathon. But
Yeah,
in my other world,
yeah, you'd have to audition and you had to roll well, and his sister failed.
and so she got kicked out. But my wife rolled very well and became the DJ.
Nice.
And I was playing a half orc, and I rolled well to be one of the girls at Ray Ray's, so I had the panties and slow fall.
Yeah, she got free loot, panties and Snowfall, but she had a job, so she'd go in there and work and dance.
That's fucking amazing.
I know.
It's,
Do they have other branches?
do they have other branches? No.
No, okay.
We could make them, though, couldn't we?
It'd be great to have one on Absalom Station.
Just the Ray Ray's hoedown and Absalom
Is
Station.
there one in the Spike? Please.
There should be.
Dude, what if the final battle takes place in the Ray Rays?
Hell yeah.
But what if instead of like fighting guards, you're fighting strippers with slow fall thongs, and they just keep falling, and then just shooting you as they're falling? You're like, mother.
You mean like a slow motion, like when those action heroes go slow motion, is just shooting like all Matrix style?
No, that's not the way this would work. But it would. You fall, you just don't take damage. So you'd fall slower than normal, but not.
So you don't plummet.
No. I mean, the way they look is just like
No.
Matrix motion.
No.
Okay.
They're still moving perfectly fast.
Okay.
So they can still dodge, they can still do all that.
They're falling.
At that point, you just pull them out of the tractor beam at whatever they're in. It's slow fall, and then they can take damage.
Yeah, pull them out of whatever they're in.
Pull their
You gotta pull their underwear off. You have to literally pants them.
You have to take off. The underwear is what makes
Which,
them slow
I
fall.
swear to God, this group would have no problem pantsing strippers.
Got it. Oh,
I'm gonna pull her thong off. What?
Use mage hand and remove her panties.
Yes, look at
Yes.
Oh my God. I'm
Jeez.
aiming for the G string. What the fuck? You said, you crit. You set her cooter on fire. That's real nice. She's got fire cross now. Dear Lord.
Yeah, I can
I
see
thought the
this.
tractor beam sounded cooler, but whatever.
Oh, I wonder if this portal
Do you
can-
think my tractor's
Sexy.
That is not where I was going.
Oh my god.
Where I was going.
Alright,
That is a good
so anyways, that's our RRHD. So as you three leave RRHDs, you notice off in the distance what seems to be Rick and Kirk. Just touring along, just looking around.
Just you. I'm kind of skipping along beside Rick because Rick walks a lot faster than
I'm
I
still
do.
kind of
Rick will
shocked
walk with you.
at what I saw.
Rick has cool aviators on,
Uh-huh.
and he's smoking a cigarette and staying in pace with Kirk, even though she's slow. Or he's slow.
Yeah,
So-
you make me look cooler.
Sure.
I'm still
You're
in
right
shock
on my
at what I
shoulder.
saw, which is weird. Well, I'm not really that shocked because if I am a soldier, I would have seen it.
You would have seen far, far worse.
Yes.
So do we see them too?
Mission
Yeah.
accomplished, Kirk.
Yep.
She's at the place.
You want to see some pictures?
Sure.
Awesome. So I send the pictures over to Jet.
How was your dropping off? I escorted.
Well, apparently the girl wanted to work at a brothel, so we took her to this brothel place.
Kirk is Kirk, I guess.
Yes, it's called RRHD.
So go back.
Well,
You want
Go
to
back?
see it, Kirk?
Yes.
don't we have
No!
permission?
No. No. We need to go back. We need to see it.
Oh, we
I think we lost him.
anytime we wanted to.
I guess we will.
I don't want to go, but I'll go with you if you want to.
I need to see it.
So as you
I
enter,
need to see it.
you're in the same room and the woman is still sitting there and she asks you, "Oh, you're back already." So you found out what the word service meant.
No,
Oh, he doesn't know. I know. What you got? What you got? What you got?
She says, "We have whatever you want. Just describe them and we'll get as many of them as we can to draw."
Tails.
You want tails? What kind of tails?
All of them.
It's the fox. from
All of
Sonic
them with
the
tails, male or female.
Yes.
She says, "Is there a limit to how many tails?"
How much is it going to cost me?
Same price.
What? Which
Price
is,
per use.
which is what?
500 credits.
Hang on. Let me see what I've got.
The other on the ship, y'all can sell those plates now.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
And so while we're in the lobby, can I be telling
All right.
Morty what this is?
All right. It's a
Okay.
one-time. Why not? Let's do it.
Okay. She says, "Just enter the doors, and the blue lights will be your lights."
Woohoo!
So as you enter, the floor opens up in front of you, and these blue lights begin to shine up. There's about 8 of them that shine up, and in it, you see these gorgeous girls come falling down from the ceiling. And they're all there. One has just absolute huge knockers. One's got long legs. One has a perfect body but smaller boobs. There's one guy in there who has a perfect chiseled abs but just a flat ass.
I'm taking pictures.
So your comm unit no longer works.
I think I'm taking pictures.
It's like my dad trying to record with his iPhone. He wouldn't hit the record button, so he just have it there, and it's not doing anything. He just
Yeah.
And then later on, he's like, "Where's the video? I don't have the video." Like, Dad, you never hit record. By the way, that's in our wedding photos. You can see a wedding photo, and if you zoom in, my dad thinks he's videoing my wife walking down the aisle, but he hasn't. It's still got the circle button there. He hasn't hit record yet, and so he's so excited. He's taking it, and he has no photos. But anyways,
So that's what I'm doing. That's
So-
me.
all of them are dropping, and they're absolutely stunning. One of them actually has a tail that splits into 3 different tails.
it's a Vulpix.
So they're just standing there, as sexually seductive as they possibly could be.
And it's just too much for Kirk. Nothing happens.
So you just look, you get to pick one.
Yeah, I know, but nothing is working. It's too much. For
It's too
her.
much.
So
So
what? Does he just
Essentially-
go like? Does he just like go back and start frothing at the mouth? And
No,
say,
it's, no, it's just.
is it like an Insta-nut? Oh, that's it. That's done.
Yeah, it's basically Oh, sensory overload.
Look at Janet. Look at
She's like, really?
She's judging you. She's judging you.
But wait a minute,
Every
we're not
which
watching.
No.
No, you're
Okay,
the
good.
lobby. That would be weird.
Yeah,
No,
that's what I thought.
it's like it's over before it starts. It's just too much for him.
Alright, so you turn around and you leave. You're just,
Thank you.
thank you.
You were
And you
great.
turn around and leave. And all of them give you a smile. That is one of the most heartwarming, gorgeous smiles you've ever felt in your life. You leave that room and you feel like you're on cloud 9.
Yep, that was good for me.
So you leave, and the woman behind the counter looks at you and says, "Son, that was fast. That was really fast."
I'm good.
She says, "I'll give you half your money back." And she gives you 250 credits. She swipes it back to you and says, "I've never seen that happen."
Oh dear.
I had a great time.
She says, "Anything for any of the rest of you?"
I've been educating him. I'm not a very smart man, but I know some things, and I tell him what I know about this place.
Okay.
And pretty good.
That's still.
Does it make sense?
Are you telling me that this place you can have sex for money?
Yeah.
Huh.
This is foreign concept to you.
I bet yes.
You've been in.
Sex is a foreign concept.
You've been in the Starfinders for how long? And this is foreign concept to you?
Well,
This will all be fucking goo. And
I've been training all my life.
Yeah.
I've been soldiering all
And
my
you're
life. I
so-
don't have time for.
You must be
for
great at
this-
parties. That's
You're a pretty honorable soldier. You've never had sex. Because all throughout history, they would either rape somebody to have sex or hire brothels. They would literally, in some Chinese armies, they would have hookers follow the army to release the soldiers.
Yep.
So, as a soldier, that's pretty fucking impressive. That's pretty noble
or
thing.
if I wasn't married, you know what I'd be doing?
What?
This.
Oh.
That's what we all do. You don't have to, don't feel pressure, because that would be weird.
Okay.
But just so you know, this is very common.
But I followed the path of the warrior all my life.
Yeah.
Stuff like that
Yeah.
isn't as valuable as
Sure.
the
But
defending in battle.
I mean, I don't want to take this too far, but stress relief is a wonderful thing. Anyway, let's go. Parties are done.
I'm done. That was great.
Tana's looking ahead and is basically checking out what's further down the street. Does she see anything?
Yeah, you see crowds of people. It's a very crowded street. It's a busy time of day.
Okay.
You can go pretty much anywhere you want to go. Akaton has it all. Unlike Absalom Station, where things are illegal, like if there was a ray raise on Absalom Station, they're right, it'd be in the spike. Here it's out in the open. So are drugs and everything else.
Can we tell these plates?
Yes, you can sell the plates.
Awesome. Let's sell them.
yes, let's.
4,000 divided by how many?
Oh shit.
Well, how many?
Well,
of
just
us-
pick a number that you want us all to have.
That's fair.
That's
That's fair. We'll
easier.
do it that way. Each of you guys get 300.
Yeah.
That's
Much
fair.
easier than trying to figure it out the other way.
Trying to figure it out divided by a party of
Yeah.
22.
Just say, okay, I want all of you to get this much.
That's fair. That's fair. That's what I had to end up. Yeah, I'll do it the same way I do it as the lessons.
Mm-hmm. You just go, okay, everybody gets this. It's so much easier. Rather than, oh, this is worth this much.
Yeah.
So
What was the number again? Sorry.
300.
you get 300 credits.
Okay.
So we'll just have to erase that amount that Kip put on his.
Yeah. And everybody gets 300.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
You know.
Oz. I didn't think it would go like that.
I didn't think any of this
I
would go
thought it
like
would just
that.
be a joke. I'm sorry.
Well, that's what you
I'm
did.
sorry.
You're
Oh,
playing into my character's naivety.
Your character's intelligent and wise.
But he
Naive.
is naive.
I said you could know about like medicine and
Sounds
like
like the genius
stuff
with
without
no
knowing
common
about
sense.
like
That would be if you had no wisdom.
very sheltered, but no one's taught you anything.
Exactly. No one taught me my character about fetishes.
Rick still abstains. You are in the military and you don't know the stuff. That's all. Listen, you're bored. You're guarding something for hours. The conversation goes places, does it not? I don't remember much, but I do know that.
He talked about swords and weapons.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, exactly.
But real, actual
Swords and weapons.
sword.
Alright, so what are the rest of you guys doing? Jet, what are you doing?
I'm the one who's selling the plates.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
shit.
What are
I'm
you doing?
with them.
Let's see. If you're with him,
Yeah.
I'll be with Kirk.
Yeah.
Because he shouldn't be alone with all the goddamn money.
That's fair. Alright, Tana, what are you doing?
I guess I'm still kind of looking around outside the store. I'm not straying too far because, I mean, with all the crowds, I'd probably wind up lost. I mean, it's the first time I've been off my planet. So I'm kind of looking around, staring at the sky, looking around at what I can see.
This is the first time you've been off planet, isn't it?
Yeah.
Alright, so you're going to see a whole lot of different people that you had never seen on Castrovel. And it's a completely different culture and atmosphere. Things that would have been completely different on your planet are completely acceptable here. Like, you literally see people doing drugs in the streets. Like it's nothing.
And yeah, it's confusing to Tana, so Tana's just kind of staring with a bit of a frown on her face at some of the things she's seeing, trying to reconcile what she's used to and what she's seeing. So she still wants to see everything while she's here, so she's just kind of standing there looking around.
You know, you present me with an interesting issue. There's no role for culture shock.
It'd be a wisdom save.
What would be the penalty? Because now you have it.
And then you could just be stunned for an hour or something.
Stunned for an hour? No, stunned is too big. But I see what you mean.
How about, like, overly excited?
No, culture shock is where, like, it's exactly what she just described. You have a character who's never
You're
seen these
thrown
things.
out of your own
Like what
comfort
just
zone.
happened.
Like what just happened
Yeah,
to you.
okay.
You're thrown immediately out of
That's
your comfort
culture
zone.
shock.
And in completely over your head, and you have no idea what's going
You
on.
could have it's like overstimulation, so you'd have disadvantage on I don't
Perception
know,
checks?
perception checks. Like you get lost if you're too busy staring at weird stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. But then, culture shock could also make you do the exact opposite and retreat in, rather than become overstimulated.
We could roll to see if she has it, and then roll to see what the effect is,
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Minus penalty to
I don't-
culture checks?
I don't.
or just
I don't-
RP it and go, hey.
Alright, just pretend like you're culture shocked.
Well, she already is, so.
That's a very, 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 very
That's
good point.
basically, that's basically what I described. So I mean, it works out. She's confused, but she's slightly intrigued. She's not sure, and so she decides to stay with who she knows at the moment. They're still inside the store selling plates, so she's standing outside the store waiting for them while looking around.
Alright, so you went with Jet and Orty?
Yeah.
Wait, who all went to sell plates?
They did me and Kirk.
Okay, so same thing as it was before. Alright, so
I
yes.
thought I was going to buy the stuff for Viv, but it
you
was
are.
too expensive.
You are. So you two are on your way to do that while they're on their way to
I'm
sell
in my
plates.
head Kirk is so small. I have to go.
Alright, so in this shop, they're selling drugs and everything else you could ever want. This general store is a general store. They don't have a lot of everything, but they at least have something of everything. Things that even you would find that they just wouldn't have. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay. And it's all normal to them. So you sell plates, absolutely no problem. Gives you the 4,000. Anybody want to try to make that higher? No, never mind. Don't
I
worry.
try.
Don't worry.
I have diplomacy.
There's so many of y'all. I'm just gonna give you 300 anyways.
Okay.
Even if you increase it by 10%, it'd be like 301, 303 or some BS.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't be enough.
So we just be selling. We get 300 each.
Yeah, you just get 300 each.
Okay.
We'll just do it that way. There's too many of you in order for me to actually do an item sell.
Yeah.
Do it normally. The math just doesn't work out.
Yay!
All right. So you three did that. You two with that. Now what are y'all doing?
Well, I would like to, I guess, meet up with everyone and discuss what are we gonna do now.
You still have girls.
Yeah.
You have the girls taking over at Absalom Station.
Yep.
Yep. That's
So
why-
You're at the other planet.
I want to grab couple of little trinkets for the girls on board
Okay.
before we go. You know, just little tchotchkes.
Okay. Just a couple things.
Yeah, just like little tchotchkes, like a little bracelet or some little.
We'll give you
trinkety.
10 credits. 10
Yeah.
credits to get you all that.
Yeah.
So there's still 4 girls left.
Mhm.
Two here, 2 there, 1 there. That's 2, 4, 5. You rescued how many?
A lot.
It was 14, wasn't it?
I wrote it down. Oh shit! Fuck. Alright, where is it?
Quite sure it was 14.
It's either 14 or 8. Because I have 8 stuck in my head.
What are we looking for?
How many girls we rescued?
14.
There's 14.
Yeah, we rescued 14 women.
And we
Need to go
back, so we have 10.
2, 4. Well, 1 goes to Absalom Station. Okay, so you have not. Caravel, Acton. Oh, you still need the other planet. That's why. Because there
4
is.
planets. But you said they were on 4, unless you changed it since then. But
Yeah.
You had Absalom, Akaton, Caravel, and then the last one. You already on Caravel. You already had to go to Absalom, so you only had to make a detour to 2 other planets. So forth. So you have the last one is Eox. And it is
Quite a distance away, it looks like.
3 days. As long as it's within the solar system, it's a D6 roll. So you are 3 days away. So what are you doing for these 3 days?
there's one day where Rick just knows you, doesn't know who these girls are. And nothing anybody would have noticed.
Okay.
And other than that, he's drinking in his room and staying out of the way and reading his notebook over and over and over again.
Awesome. I am learning to be a rock star.
What the?
I decided ballet was the wrong way to go.
You want to learn music now.
I'm going to be a rock star because
Do you have an instrument or are you using a microphone?
both.
The microphone is a hairbrush, though.
Yeah, I got a hairbrush and I'm doing air guitar because I don't have a guitar. So but I am practicing. I'm watching old videos of like Angus Young from AC/DC because I think he looks really cool, and I think the girls think he's hot because I don't know any better.
I don't know who that is. I know who AC/DC is. I don't know.
Angus is the guitarist in the school
He's the dude in
uniform.
the school uniform who always does the
And he's
headbang.
like this.
Oh my god, the guy who's way too big for his pants?
Yes!
That's his school uniform.
That's his-
too.
his
It's
actual school uniform. That was his sister's idea. That's his actual school uniform.
And you never like went to a tailor and had him expand it a little.
Or Victoria, somewhere in the Victorian state.
Yeah, he's from Australia.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so I'm watching Angus Young.
Yes. School uniform.
His school uniform. So I'm thinking the girls must think he's hot because there's a lot of screaming during the concerts, and so I'm trying to be Angus Young. This is what I'm doing. So you hear a lot of AC/DC coming out of my room. So I learned ballet, and now I'm learning to be a rock star.
Wow. Alright, Tana, what are you doing? You got 3 days.
I am proficient.
Well, the first day I decide to just stay in my room and look over stuff in the workshop. I've got that plasma blaster
Okay.
from Soren, so I'm working on that, seeing if I can seeing which one I want to attach that to, since I had all the parts for that. So I'm working on fixing it.
Okay. For all 3 days? So to put this in perspective for you, you can craft anything in 4 hours. So
Let's make it a little easier to visualize. I don't know how long it would take.
it takes so crafting is 4 hours, and that's pretty much it as far as you need to know right now. So just roughly 4 hours is all that would take. So you have 72 hours to deal with. You spent 4 of it. So now you could pick up a skill like she is. No mechanical value, but has something like that. You could read about foreign planets after your culture shock on Akaton.
Probably a good idea. Okay, I guess I'd probably go wander around and see if anybody has a book that I can borrow to read on those cultures, because I don't have any.
Oh shit, but no, I'm not part of the internet yet.
So Rick offers you his notebook because he has a couple stories other people have told him about other places.
That's fair.
And
You
like
can do that.
his stuff people have told him about his like home.
There you go.
Y'all still have the library. No, we don't get the show convince you.
No, we
No,
didn't.
we know we didn't.
No, we didn't. Well, I said we need to keep that shit. She can get her own.
Yeah, y'all have a library token.
Yeah, but then we'd have to go to the Library Planet.
That's fair.
Who
Which
has
is
that
out
in
of
their
the way.
inventory?
I don't know. It's between one of y'all.
Probably Vivian.
Probably.
I ain't worried about it. Whenever there's 25 of y'all, as long as party has.
No, I mean
party
just
has.
like if we might forget about it in the moment.
Oh, I got you. All right, Jet, what are you doing?
Jed is sitting in this room polishing his swords
Okay.
and breaking apart his gun and cleaning it
All right.
and putting it back together
I like it.
and spending time with Paul.
Cool. I'm glad you don't forget about him. Don't forget about his ass.
That's cool.
That's why there's a mini for him.
That's true. I still forget about him.
He needed a mini.
He does need a minute. All right.
That was always.
So you guys get to the planet of
Wait,
Obix.
what about Orty?
Oh, Orty, my bad. Orty, what are you doing?
Well, Orty decided that he
That's
should
right.
probably familiars. He's gonna try and see if he can increase the system's power efficiency within the engines.
Nope. You're
Can't
not
do
doing
that?
that. You're not
No.
doing that. Nope.
Can't.
Anything technical I can do around there? To help increase
Nope.
You can't do anything to make the ship better.
I can't Star Trek it, huh?
Nope.
No.
Dang, that's sad.
The ship levels up when we do.
The ship levels up, yeah. We don't.
Okay. Well, in that case, I guess.
I mean, you could like RP that you're doing it.
But it wouldn't do anything.
Well, maybe I'll go and interact with the girls and see if they would like some self-defense classes.
God.
You know you have to play that out.
Damn it, I know.
It can't be like me with my being a rock star that can just happen in the background.
Does the ship have a hollow?
No holidays. All right. So you approach the girls. They're split up between 2 bedrooms. So what are you doing?
I guess I'll go to the rightmost bedroom.
Okay.
I knock on the door. Door opens up. Greetings, ladies. My name is Orty. I understand that you have been on this ship for a while, and you're about to travel back to your home planet.
They said yes.
Excellent. While on Akatosh, I've made some startling realizations that I have never thought of before, and I thought it'd be beneficial to help possibly extend my expertise in training possibly you ladies in some self-defense maneuvers.
They look at you and they say thanks, but I think we're good.
You're sure?
They said, look, in our line of work, well, in our old line of work, bad things happen to us all the time. We know that now. We know how to defend ourselves now. If you wish to help it, you should kill the trade.
Very well. Then I shall no longer bother you.
They say thank you. Yeah, all of them know how to defend themselves.
Yeah.
Hey, fun fact for the listeners at home and for everybody at the table. Did you know there are more slaves today than at any point in time in world history?
Mm-hmm.
They're all sex slaves.
Yeah.
They're little girls and boys being traded all across the world. It's one of the biggest industries in the world is people.
Jeez.
That's insane.
That's messed up.
No, you don't. You can't put a number to that because you don't understand how big slavery was to know it's ever been bigger than that. You're talking about in a
Did I put a
period of
number to
history-
it?
No.
Okay.
That's what makes it impossible for you to understand how devastating it is. As a history person, there were millions and millions and millions in slavery. But today, it doubles that, triples that.
Is it because the population is larger?
Yeah.
Yes, and the problem is population is larger, and then trade routes come into effect. Essentially, the reason
And
I set
the
all of this
internet?
up, and the internet, like the black web, like you can order them. Like what was the one in Tennessee? He had a Chinese sex slave in his basement for 3 years.
I don't know.
That's insane.
I didn't watch the
For
news.
3 years. How did she get here? Stayed in his basement. So, anyways, wanted to pay homage to them, to all the ones who are trapped there. So no, they're good.
Okay.
I wish we could do something about it, but
If we ever get famous, we can like make a charity or something.
yeah.
That's what Ashton Kutcher does. Ashton Kutcher charity is for it. He even spoke in front of Congress about it. He
That's
donates
fantastic.
billions and billions and billions of his dollars to it because he saw where was he at, and I think his daughter was with him, and the cops had found a sex slave ring, and the kids were his daughter's age, and he was like just born in a different part of the world, made all
That
the
would hit
difference,
home.
and so he was like, never again will that happen on my watch. So no, they're all fine, Orty.
Okay.
All they want to do is go home.
Okay. Then I guess. Can I fiddle around in the engineering room?
You're not gonna do anything, but yeah.
Okay. Then I will fiddle in there.
Okay. 3 days pass, and you guys have arrived at Eox. Whenever you enter the atmosphere, it's unlike any other planet y'all have been to. It's
What'd you say the name was?
Eox. E-O-X. It's not habitable. Tana, if you want to look at Packed Worlds, it's on page.
88.
Beat me to it. It is 88.
Oh, she's good.
Yeah, I looked ahead.
Yeah.
That's my.
You can go ahead and read the part. I'll tell you what page. So, 94, Halls of the Living. Okay. She tells you they're from the Halls of the Living. All of them are from the Halls of the Living. Eox isn't really habitable to most things. As you're entering, the girls come up and talk to you. And they say, so, we live in a spot on the planet that it is habitable. And if you'll notice a trend here, these girls aren't going to the best of areas again. They're not, most of them don't come from the best parts of the world. This place is known for its outlawed broadcasts and the things it send out. For the most part, other planets turn them away because of their content. But this is where they call home. So, you guys can land. You land topside. And then you just walk into the bay and you go down.
No one stops.
Subterranean. Nobody will even stop and even check you guys.
Okay.
So you guys go into the bay, and it's a subterranean city, and as you go deeper and deeper, you'll pass guards. The guards look more like thugs than actual guards. They don't seem to have any affiliation with anything down here. As you guys get going, get down to the bottom, it looks... Spike. No spike. It looks like the spike. As you guys get down in there, it looks like the spike. But as you go deeper, it gets more and more elaborate, if I should say that. Where you actually do have buildings and things like that. But you have to go very deep, and they're leading you very, very deep into this. You get down, and what you have is an actual city. The building's made out of more stone than metal. It looks like they've been crafted by dwarves some ages ago. And as you're going, you notice that there are televisions on everywhere, and this man is leading them. The person on page 94, Tana. This man is the head of them. Okay?
Like a ghoul or something?
Something like that, yeah.
Okay. Kind of creepy.
Got some sort of funky looking earpiece though.
Yeah. And so he's there, and he's leading them, and it's like a talent competition. We're gonna call it Eox Got Talent.
Awesome.
Okay. And so, anyways, he's going on. But as the girls are leading you, they stop at a spot where they're all gonna split to go home. And they look at you and say, so how do y'all want to do this? Do you want to drop us off one at a time? Would you prefer we just split up into 2 groups? How would you like to do this?
Let's
We'll
stick together.
one
Stick
at a
together.
time.
Whatever you want to do, it's your place. You know if it's good.
The girls all hug each other and they said, we'd like to walk each other home.
Okay.
So as you guys start walking, there's 9 of them. And as you guys start walking, they're talking and laughing about all the good times they had. Roll me perception from the party.
Yay. It'd be horrible. Ah,
Where'd it go?
I got a 14.
18.
Sorry, I'm trying to figure out where I have it.
What is it?
Okay. 12.
Okay. So Jet and Kirk, you overhear them talking about how they got cold. They got cold because whenever Veshka came through, he was recalling all of his debts. So anybody who owed him money, they either gave him something of equal value or they gave him his money. Majority of the people were able to pay in money. Those that weren't paid in life. Some gave up their oldest son to be a soldier. Some gave up their daughter to do whatever they're going to do. And so they're just happy to finally be back here and the fact that it won't be cold for probably a very long time. And so they're going through and they're reminiscing about the things on the streets, how they used to play here and there. The way you gather it, 3 or 4 of these girls knew each other before they were called. Whenever they finally get taken, whenever they finally get to the first one's house, one of them, who actually has a higher statue about herself, looks at you and says, I would prefer it if you guys stayed here. We'll walk her up. And they walk her up, and as the door opens and her parent sees her, and sees all the other girls, a giant smile just breaks in on their face. The tears are shed by everywhere. And they start talking. Roll me perception again.
2.
Yay!
15.
I got a
22.
28.
20.
Dose.
2?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's Rick, man.
15.
15. All of you except Rick hear that, well, we'll do it this way. Tana and everybody else except Rick, you hear that one of the girl's parents are dead. They died trying to fight to get her back.
Oh.
What'd you get?
22.
What'd you get, Ordy?
20.
28.
So Ordy, you hear, Ordy, Jet, and Kirk, you hear another one of the girls say that, that her parents are alive and well and never gave up hope. That if you go and you look on the corners, you can still see missing posters for her and wanted posters in case she ever comes back in the city, they could go get her. But the rest of them, they say that their parents are just alive and fine. There's really nothing much about the other ones. So whenever they come back, the one you all know who lost her parents, she's dying. She's dying inside. You see her, she's crying. She's upset. One of the other girls tells her, "No check needed to hear it. You can live with us. You'll be fine. Like, we'll take care of you. We're all right." The one who says this is the one who seems to be leading them all. So as they walk to the next house, they drop off the next girl. It's the same thing. Parent comes out. Parents crying. But this time, not a whole lot of tears are shed between them. More so between the mother and daughter. And this is true for about half of them. And then it gets down to like the last 4. And you're left with the leader and the girl she said she would take in, and 2 others. And when they get there, we'll just skip that one. We'll just go to the third one. Alright, so you have the girl and the one she said she would take in, and then the one whose parents put up wanted posters. When they get there, they knock on the door, and her little brother opens up the door. And he sees his sister, and he's shocked. She doesn't miss a beat, and she picks him up and hugs him so hard, he screams. And the parents come running and see their daughter there at the entrance, and they run at her and just hug her and screams all the way around. Screams so loud, people down the street are turning to look at the joy that's happening. You you can tell by the enjoyment and people's responses, that's not a common thing here. It's not common to have that kind of happiness at this kind of place. So they're really happy. And then you guys get to the last one. She goes up and she knocks on the door. And this woman, the woman who's leading the ball is probably 25, 26. She opens up the door, and it's probably a 18-year-old kid. And he comes running up to her and he hugs her and he says, "I thought we lost you." And she said, "No, I told you you'd never lose me. I told you I'd always come back. Nothing can ever stop me." She said, "But we have a new member of the family." And they introduce her as Kata. And the boy hugs her and says, "Well, welcome to the family." And she turns around and she offers you guys all to come inside.
Sure we
Yeah,
go. We'd love to go.
Inside, you see the two girls you just brought in, the boy that you haven't been introduced to yet, and you see about 3 other kids, ranging from the age of like 2 to 8. And she says, "So this is my family. No check needed. They're not all the same race. The baby is probably an Isoki. One's a Kashatha. One is the shape-changing alien. She's human. And her little brother is a Lashunta. They're nowhere near the same race, but she still calls them their siblings. And she says, "Can I offer y'all anything to drink?"
Oh, good. Thank you.
And as she's doing this, the kids are coming up on her legs, just squeezing her legs, and she's patting them on the head, and she's treating them with as much love as she possibly can muster. And she goes and she gets herself a drink, and she says, "So, I want to explain to you what happened." She says, when the culling came through, she said, "We pay our rent to live here. But we also have to pay our overhead to the underlords. We had no extra money, so one of us had to go." She said, "I chose it to be me." She said, "These were all orphans before me, as I was. So as the parent, I made the sacrifice and I went. And I told him, he was 10 at the time, to take care of him." And she kisses him on the head and she says, "And you did a pretty good job of it, kid." And he's tearing up and he grabs her and he says, "I'm so happy to have you back." She says, "Don't worry, I won't be leaving you for a very long time." And she says, "This will always be a safe place on the Obix for you. If ever you wish to come here, please do. Stop by any time you wish. You will always have a place here. And if I can ever do anything to help you out, you let me know. I will be more than happy to do so."
Thanks. Good meeting you.
He does a little bow.
She says,
Thank you.
"No, thank you." And as she looks at her family and she says, "These are the ones who rescued me." All of them come at you guys and start hugging you. All of them, tears in their eyes, just streaming. The little Isoki runs up to the bigger Isoki and just hugs you as hard as they possibly can. Jet, you feel how much the Lashunta affects you through your mutual telepathy. You feel it so much as see it. You know just how grateful they are to have you back. Marty, Rick, you two not so much. Like you don't have any special way, but you still see it. And Tana, what are you?
Lashunta.
You're Lashunta. You'll feel the same thing he does. He's pushing out his emotions and how much he thanks you for bringing his mother back. His mother back. So yeah, after that's done, she asks if you'd like to stay the night. If not, that's it. You're welcome here anytime you want.
I feel like I want to do something for them.
Do what?
I don't know.
Again, bad part of the town. Pretty much anything you want to do, you can do.
I don't know. I just feel like because this little Yusoki is just so cute.
Well, should we ask them if there's any kind of ruffian we can do to make their lot take care of to make their life
You
easier?
want to do a fake, we're just going to kill a guy.
Not kill a guy, just do something that makes their life.
That's not what I'm talking about.
And then
not that type of.
Funds for guns, they retaliate, kill all of them. Yeah, that's a great idea.
That's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. Is there anything they need that we could get for them?
So the house actually looks okay. I mean, it's not rich by any means, but it looks like a solid house. Looks like it's taken care of. It looks like he did his job.
But is there anything they need?
There's nothing they need.
Okay.
Their needs are taken care of.
Then we shall.
Well, I want to go shopping and just buy some toys for the kids before we go.
Okay.
I just want to buy them toys. Those things that they're probably not going to have.
So we'll do that in a second. Let's go Tana before I forget the screen. All right, Tana, what are you doing?
Well, I guess Tana does, hug the kids back.
Uh-huh.
And, of course, she's pretty happy that they're all happy. So, she's just, kind of, I can't think of anything else at the moment, but yeah.
Okay. What about you, Jet?
I had a little Shinka,
Okay.
and then
He's about your height.
about my height.
Yeah.
That came my head.
Okay.
Came with his head. And then, little family.
Okay. What about you, Rick?
Just guarding the door.
Just guarding the door. What about you, Wardy?
Is anyone hugging me?
Yes.
Okay. Who's hugging me? What size are they?
Roughly, they're kids, so probably a teenager size to you.
So teenager size? I could give them a pat on the back and laugh heartily and say, no problem, youngin'.
Okay.
Hard pat in the back.
So you're gonna go look for a toy, Kirk. And you're gonna find out really quickly. They don't sell toys on Eox. This is a planet not meant for living things. It's not a happy planet.
All right. Well, you know what we can do then?
What can we do?
We can make something become a toy.
Okay.
It's what you do.
Okay.
Imagination is great.
Okay.
So
Here we go.
we are going to go old school.
Okay.
We are gonna go and we're gonna find a place where they've got some, just different, really weird looking clothes.
Okay.
And we're gonna buy different sizes, hats and shirts and pants, just a lot of, and we're going to feed their imagination by giving them a bunch of dress ups.
Okay.
How
You know
many are
where
you
I'm
buying?
going.
How many are you buying
Yes,
for
I
each
know where
kid?
you're going.
Yeah, well, it's just enough to fill a really big, like a big trunk. So it's a shared thing.
Okay, are they going to be cheap clothes?
Cheap.
Okay.
It does not have to be expensive. And imagine and pretend you're something
So
else.
50 credits.
Yeah.
50 credits, you'll be able to buy that in the trunk.
Yep, that's what I want. You know exactly what I'm doing, don't
I know.
you?
Yeah. Oh, I know.
That was your favorite Christmas.
All right.
Well, I mean, it was fun.
Yep.
All right. So whenever y'all, what are the four of y'all doing while she's doing that? Taylor, are you going with Kirk?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Kirk.
You gonna go with Kirk?
I hang out at the house while we're waiting on her.
Okay.
I'll do the same.
But like outside the house, like on the
Okay, I
porch.
got you. Just making sure that
Pretty much, yeah, me too.
So about an hour rolls by, and Kirk comes back with Tana and Jet and tow. And Jet and Kirk are carrying a chest, a trunk. Okay. They open up the door, and she's surprised that you've brought something back. And she goes, "What have you brought?"
I brought imagination.
And she says, "What do you mean imagination?"
Oh, here, come on, kids, come on. Just get kids all together.
Okay, all
Show
the
you.
kids come in the room.
We're gonna open it up. This is where you can be anything. For just a pretend. So watch. I'm gonna put on this hat, and I put on this coat, and suddenly, I am now a magician. I am going to make Jet disappear. And I pull out a piece of material and I throw it over you and say, ta-da! He's gone!
And they move it, you're on the floor.
The oldest one, and the girl don't laugh, but the kids are in hysterics. They're dying. The boy and the girl, they're tearing up. They're tearing up. They say we have no way to ever repay your kindness. I thank you for what you've done.
You're welcome. It comes from the heart.
So what do y'all do?
Well, I guess we start heading back to the ship.
We should bounce.
We got more things to take care of.
So you guys head back to the ship, and now you're heading back to Absalom Station, right?
Yeah. How many days?
4 days.
Awesome! Let's see, what will I do for these 4 days?
Now all the girls are off your ship except
I wrote it down.
Obix's.
Obix's girl. Which I wrote down and I can't.
All
No,
right.
we don't
Oh,
need
it's,
in the way. It's
Siobhan.
Siobhan.
That's it.
Notes boy.
What will I do this time? Oh, I know what I'm doing this time. Got it.
All right. Let's do Kirk last then.
Yep.
All right, Tana, what are you doing?
After looking through those notes that I was kindly handed by Rick as a bit of a culture lesson, I find him and I give him back the notes. So I found the small bits that he mentioned about culture, so
Okay.
I thank him. And after that, I guess I just wander around the ship for a little bit.
Okay. Just wandering around and learning. You got 4 days.
My home planet, I finally picked one. It was getting
Yeah, I
rocky.
mean, I'd probably wander into the kitchen and look around, or maybe wander around. I don't know all the rooms, so I'd probably just go look around again.
Okay, just go explore the ship. I'm with you. All right, Jet, what you doing? You got 4 days.
I brush up on my culture and try to read about the Underlords and see what kind of.
You don't have a book.
Oh, fine. I thought that was something on the computer.
No, so that's what I'm saying. So eventually you will. One of the upgrades you can get for your ship is to put it part of the network. And if you did that, you'd have access. So once you get to Absalom Station, you were given the key there. So,
well, that sucks. We have a ship, but we don't have the internet for it.
yeah, no,
Not much
whenever
Wi-Fi in space.
So if you do enough work at if you do enough work on a planet that can give you the key, it allows you to summon your ship to wherever you're at. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It allows you to use autopilot. So you have it for Absalom Station, but it's useless for Absalom Station. And you haven't done enough work on any of the other planets to make it work.
Well then, I gotta see what Kirk's up to. Join, Kirk.
We'll get to that in a second. We're not going to find out yet. All right, Rick, what you doing?
Let's say, Rick is either drinking in his room, or sleeping, or he's like reading his notebook, or he remembers that he used to be a singer, because I rolled that, and he practices like old songs before he gets too drunk to remember them and goes to
Like
sleep.
songs from the 90s?
No, it's like old folk songs.
Oh my god, that's right.
Yeah.
If I had a hand.
Yeah, man.
I don't have that one in my.
40, you're up. What you doing?
Well, I'm gonna possibly put a wrench in Rick's plans, go knock on the door, and ask if he wants to spar for a little bit.
Bar?
Spar.
Sure. Do we have space on the ship?
Yes.
Yes, you do.
Okay, we do that.
Yeah.
Now, I would ask you guys this. Are y'all pulling any punches?
No.
Pretty much.
Yeah, so you're not going to try to kill each other.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I wouldn't kill him.
We're not killing each other. We're just honing our skills for the
I
upcoming
would beat
battle.
the shit out of you though.
We'll see.
Alright, so you're fine. Y'all can spar.
Okay.
Yeah.
You all knock each other out. But it doesn't give either of you an adequate size for how good the other one is. Does that make sense?
Today, Rick, we
All right. Kirk?
I've decided that I need to do research. So I am taking a leaf out of Rick's notebook, so to speak. And I have a notebook.
Do not rip out pages.
No, I have my own. And I am going around to all the females on the ship and asking them what makes a good mate.
There's only like 3 of them.
Right, but
There's not many now.
no, but what attracted them? What attracts
There's a
them?
whole lot of females. Obix is
really?
female.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit, I always forget.
Wait, Obix is female?
Obix
Yes.
is female. Tana is female. Vivian is female.
Emon,
Natashka, Emon,
the presence.
the presence.
Oh, I didn't realize so many were.
Most of them are female.
6. Most of them are female. Most
So-
of them
I'm going around and I am writing down. I'm just like interviewing all of them. What do I need to do to make myself more attractive to women? And I'm asking all of them. Oh, and so bye, listeners. Because we have an editor.
If you have crunchy food, anyone, try not to crunch the food. Is the eating it is fine, but like if you let them go bag, you can hear it.
So
Really?
eat now before we start.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to do. I'm finishing this off.
Like, not just let her remember, not to point you out or anything. Like, it's not just, it's against fighting. Yeah.
Jen holds up a
And
sandwich.
Chris.
Well, I probably can't hear yours.
So what you're saying is don't do it like this.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. Especially like if we did it right here.
Yeah,
Like, that
no,
would be bad.
don't,
That'd be
don't do
good.
that.
You want to drive Bailey nuts? Go ahead.
I don't even know how to edit.
Or this.
Yeah, or like bouncing your dice on the table.
Can I eat an apple and not affect anything?
Well, I mean, just don't like, he can. You probably don't think of that. Unless it's like the crispest apple, like one time I was hunting and with my stepdad, and he was like looking, he had to go back to the blind to like, he left his book there. And so we drove out and like he walked up the hill to get it. And like I'm blinking a flashlight so he can find the car again in the dark in the middle of nowhere. And then all of a sudden I hear behind me, like, meanwhile, we're like an hour from the border, and there's like all manner of like, we find like people's clothes all the time. We find bags of foot powder, shoes, jeans, bottles of water. So like there could be anybody anywhere at all times. There's also feral hogs,
Oh, nice.
which are like 500 pounds and like definitely want to eat you. And so I hear, I shine my light over. It's a fucking cow biting a cactus, and Jesus, it's the only cow on the whole ranch. Because the guy, like, we don't do the animals there, but we like lease the land to the guy, and so like he like couldn't find that one cow when he took the other ones, and so it's been by itself for like 2 years because he can never find it when he comes. It's like he would take it, but it's just it hangs out with the sheep now.
Hangs out with the sheep.
It does
Yeah.
what it needs to do.
Put it right on hers. I swear to God, Amy, I bought more of this stuff bad.
Oh, that's funny.
And you have like a donkey that's like a donkey, and the old one's name was Burrito.
Why not?
We had Burrito's skull in the skull garden, but then the new Burrito isn't nearly as friendly.
So how is it? Oh, he's making faces.
Is it bad then?
Look at the
What are you eating?
That's a
Whipped
sweet
and tangy?
tiny thing.
Oh, okay.
I don't think it's good.
Anybody like circus peanuts?
No.
This is like the phony one.
Imagine that. That tastes like a Sour Patch Kid.
Ew.
It's the most.
Huh.
And he keeps eating it. That's
Yeah.
the best part.
You just gotta make sure that it's bad.
Go ahead, Amy, try one.
It's like one of those like the tums, like the little tablets. You know what I'm saying? Like on the
But
package.
it's kind of weird. It's not bad.
It's not bad. It's weird.
The mouthfeel
I
is
guess.
wrong.
Yeah.
It feels wrong in your mouth. That's the best way to describe that.
Bit of advice: don't breathe juice. It's not
Thank you.
Hey, another word of advice. Don't stick the sugar sweet tarts in a soda. It doesn't make it, or in tea, it doesn't make it sweeter.
That was the funniest. Like I missed that in real life. Or no, I wasn't even there for that. And this
Wait,
goes
is
back.
it like Mentos?
No,
It's so
You fucking do it. Yeah.
no, it doesn't. He just decided to do it because
okay.
No.
Okay, I was expecting something a little more exciting.
No,
it was hilarious.
it was Valentine's Day, and Emon had brought some little sugar hearts, and I was sitting there drinking my tea, and I was like, I wonder if a sugar heart in there would make it taste better. So I just dropped a sugar heart in there and stared at it.
And
And
we're all watching.
And the table goes silent, and I look up, and I was like, what? And Emon goes, we all just watched you do that.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's going to make it sweeter. And they're like, hell no, it's not. That's not the way that works.
Wait, you mean like those candy
The
Valentine
conversation
Yeah,
starts.
chocolate.
Yeah.
That would not happen.
No.
All right, let's get this part.
Okay.
All right, what episode are we on?
9.
9.
9. Holy crap.
I know. We should make a big deal next time because it'll be the 10th. Right? And I'm taking notes, so I'm interviewing all of them during the time.
There was a deal on Mansers. Do y'all ever remember that show, Mansers?
Yes.
No. So it was guys ask questions, and then they answer them. But it's guys' questions.
Yeah.
One of them was, what sin is most attractive to a woman?
Oh no.
And so they polled 100 women. And they did all these sins. You want to know the number one most attractive sin to a woman? Women's perfume.
Nice.
You want to know number 2? Pumpkin pie.
Nice.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember that episode.
To a woman.
To a woman.
It's my pumpkin spice
That's
latte.
lattes. Yeah. That blew my mind.
Supposedly cinnamon is supposed to be like right up there for guys.
If you have any
That's
perfume, you just like slap yourself with some cinnamon.
Yeah, apparently.
I learned some juicies on Mansers.
Put it in your hair.
I'm not
gel.
sure if I should say them though.
The Mansers was a show that was by no means politically correct. But it was literally just guys asking questions.
Well, it was on Spike.
It was on Spike. It was on the Men's Network.
That's why I
So,
haven't heard of it.
Now,
Yes,
let me ask you this: do you remember the Man Show
Oh,
with Jimmy Kimmel? And,
wasn't that the one with the women jumping on the trampolines?
yes, the Juggies.
I'm assuming it's because I'm assuming. Okay.
Yes.
But one of the questions was like, how big does a boob have to be to crush a watermelon?
What?
There's a video that I don't think it's because the boob. She just gets it and just like her whole like she squeezes it between her hands and then
It's
you're gonna like rupture your mammary or whatever.
yeah, it's oh my god! And there was all kinds of them. Like, how do you outrun bees? How do you survive a bee attack? How do you fight a bear and win?
Like you bring a gun.
Oh no, it was like hand-to-hand brawling.
Oh, what
The-
about
the
who had the
fight.
biggest? Which woman had the biggest breasts?
Yeah. Which country is most likely to sleep with an American on a one-night stand?
Who was?
I don't remember.
No.
I was like 13. That question did not interest me, believe it or not. I wanted to get back
At
to the bear
13.
fighting. At 13.
Okay.
It was either that or bears. I chose bears.
Now, let me
Because
ask.
I was smart enough to know I'm never going to be able to go to a foreign country, so that question is just moot.
I mean, you could find other types of bears, all kinds of places.
Now, now let me ask you this: did you ever?
Go ahead, Ordy.
Did you ever watch the Deadliest Warrior series? Okay, this series.
Semi versus.
Yeah.
Yes, that one.
Secret agent or whatever. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
We
So they
used
essentially
to watch that.
so in the show they analyzed. They took different warriors from different time periods, pitted them against each other, analyzed all their weapons, their techniques, their strategies, and then put it under a computer simulation, and then showed us who would win in who was the deadlier warrior.
In a computer simulated environment.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know the show.
Yeah.
I found it boring. Like that show just never appealed to me.
Huh.
I didn't.
Interesting.
And neither. So Mythbusters was cool for the first little bit. Never watched Mythbusters that much.
And Mythbusters wasn't that great.
There was all kinds of shows that like I didn't find interesting.
Top Gear.
Oh, I never liked Top Gear.
Okay, they just went on and on about the Stig, and it's just.
I know. Yeah, but which Top Gear? The American one or the good one?
The one that came on Spike.
I don't know which one that would be.
I don't know which one that was.
Did they have American accents?
I
What?
don't remember. I watched it, realized it was about cars, and I was done.
I think the top guys, the Top Gun guys are British.
Top Gear guys.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Not the Top Gun guys.
Top
Yeah.
Gun guys, they were American.
Yeah, Top Gear with the good
Hell,
one was the British one.
Somebody want to tell me where the hell we were at and how the hell we got here?
We are on the way. We're RPing
I
our
was
Dabs
I
on
was
station.
interviewing all the girls, and that one.
Oh, and then that's where we went here.
I was interviewing all the girls, and then you said, "Do you remember?" So
And then we went down
That's it.
memory
When we
lane.
go on long tangents, I just cut them and put them at the end after the outro music. That
That's
they can listen to
fine.
it if they want to.
So it's like a
But they don't have to
blooper.
wait. Yeah, it's like extra content.
Yeah, extra content.
Extra
But you
content.
know, with the whole pumpkin pie thing, I've just got this weird image of Kirk just grabbing pumpkin spice and just dumping it over himself.
You could literally tell him in game that could be a thing that women like pumpkin spice, and he's in a pumpkin shaped ship.
I'm surprised I haven't made a
Yeah,
podcast.
why don't we have like a Sensi or something? It's fucking pumpkin spice.
I
Like a goddamn pumpkin. What the fuck?
More pumpkin lattes because then at least his breath will smell like pumpkin spice.
That's fair.
So that could be what you've told me, and I've written it down. I'm like,
If only
so that's why this ship is.
if
a
Rick
pumpkin.
was smart, the next time we landed anywhere, I'd go buy some fucking pumpkin spice.
I kind of want to make a cologne out of that spice.
They have it.
Oh, wow. Nice. But does it actually smell like it?
They've also
Yeah.
got pumpkin scented tampons, but let's not go there.
Okay! That's a little bit too much.
That's a one-way trip to yeast infection town.
You know what I thought was the dumbest thing I'd ever seen in my life?
What?
It was on Ellen DeGeneres. It was Bic pins for women,
Yes.
Oh, yes.
I've seen, yes.
and I was like, "What the fuck?"
Oh, have you
They're
read
smaller,
the
they're slender hands.
Yeah, the Amazon review of them. It was fantastic.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, they did like a whole, like,
Yeah,
trolls.
this is
Yeah.
fantastic.
It fits so nice.
Oh, I didn't
My
know. Yeah, those
delicate fingers.
those larger men's pens were just so terrible. Now I finally have a pen that fits my delicate hair. Yeah, that was so dumb.
It was
It was
dumb.
great.
It was like pink, too.
But yeah, it was pink. And for the life of me, whenever I saw it, I was like, "No, this is BS." Like,
Yeah.
what the hell would you need a female pin? No, they're real. That blew my ever-loving mind.
Yeah, some moron thought it was a good idea. I'm sorry, Vic, if you're listening, but that was stupid.
Yeah, what fucking board meeting? They didn't have one chick on that whole staff.
Oh shit!
Like to say that y'all are dumbasses. Like,
What the hell?
or maybe like they just got outvoted, the whole two of them, you know?
And then you would know other
So you know
stuff.
who's not sponsoring us now?
Yeah. Hey, they might not listen to the extra content.
They might not listen to the extra content. But no, and something else that I always thought was stupid is like, I use females' razors
Because they're better.
because they're better and cheaper.
Really?
Dead serious. And there's no difference between the blade of the razor. But men don't want to,
They're girly.
yeah, they're girly. So I want a men's razor. And I was like, look, your leg hair is more coarse than my beard hair. And if it can chop through that, it can chop through this. I'm going to use yours. And I did it that way. It's the same thing as like Midol. All
Yeah.
Midol is in the ingredients is a muscle relaxer, aspirin, muscle relaxer, aspirin, and something else. That's 3 ingredients. I get, what do you call them? The headaches, tension headaches.
Yeah.
Pop 2 of those. I can crack my neck in about 45 minutes. It's gone, and I'm ready to pass out and go to sleep. But guys don't do that. They'll buy a muscle relaxer, aspirin, and everything else. That was the dumbest thing in the world.
I wonder what was the dumbest thing this we've ever done.
I enjoy this too. Like one of my favorite things to tell students
Yeah.
is whenever they call a kid gay, because
Yeah.
he wants to be on the guy wants to be on the cheerleading team.
Yeah.
That guy's gay. Whoa, what?
That dude
No,
gets
no,
to
he's
hang
gay. I
out
was like,
with
tell me.
chicks
I
all-
don't think I can do math right. They're like, why? And I was like, all right. So football is straight. Cheerleading is gay. Yes. Okay, I'm gonna do some math here. You're on a football team with 16 other guys, and when they do something right, you slap their butt.
Yes.
He's on the field with 12 other women, and he gets to hold them. But that's gay. But slapping your guy's butt, not gay. At least just a look
Yeah.
of just absolute. I don't know how to respond. I don't know. I was like, yeah, you're dumb.
You
Shut
just deprogrammed.
When I was on the track team, I did the 1 mile and then the fucking like pole vaulting.
Uh-huh.
And so we're dragging the pole vaulting mats out of at the start of the so carry
Uh-huh.
one. It takes like 4 people, but I'm doing it by myself because I'm beast mode like that. And this guy comes, and I have short hair by the way, and I'm wearing a hoodie, so everyone thinks I'm a dude. So I'm pulling it, he slaps me right in the fucking ass. I'm like, excuse you! And my high.
Oh my
Yeah, he's
god.
I've had the cops called on me, like going into the bathroom. Like if I like don't wear feminine clothes, like they think I'm a guy. And like if I lose my voice, I have like, hey guys, how's it going? It's like rusty, you know. It's like those old prejudiced ass ladies who are like, you need to go in the men's bathroom. I'm not trans, by the way. Like
I'm just a woman.
Yeah.
No, that's like my mom. My mom has a deep voice, and every time she'd pick up the phone, they'd be like, hello, sir, is your wife home?
Yeah.
And I would die laughing.
Oh, that's not a pretty picture.
I don't even correct people when they call me sir. Like, hey sir, yeah, what is up?
Yeah, what's it?
I need to call him, man.
Really?
Do you?
Oh, that sucks.
No, they did. That's why I started calling people boss. What's up, boss? Gender neutral.
You're not, I don't have to worry about insulting you.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's some weird ways you can insult people. Like my brother-in-law, he lives up north with his girlfriend, and he lives in New York. And up there, you don't call people ma'am. Ma'am is used for like people like 60 and older.
Right.
It's miss, but in Southern hospitality, it's yes ma'am, no ma'am.
Yeah.
He held open the store for this girl, was probably like 23. Held open the door, she walked in, and she said, thank you. And he said, no problem, ma'am. She turned around on him and said, what the fuck did you just say? I am not a ma'am! And he was like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. And what's great is his girlfriend is right in front of him. She lives there. And he was just stunned. And he was like, I don't know what's happening. Like, I don't understand.
What did I do?
And so she comes running over, and she's like, sorry. He meant miss. He's from the South. Everybody's a ma'am. He didn't mean anything by it. And he was like, wait, what? I mean miss?
I'm just a Southern boy.
Yeah. And he was like, it's one of those genuine moments of culture shock where he actually had to pay attention to what he says and where he's at. But like, they don't have sweet tea, so he'd ask for sweet tea, and they'd go, I can bring you tea with sugar in it.
That's not the same.
That's not the same. That's not the same.
No, you can't get
No,
sweet tea.
that stuff is awful.
Yes, and you gotta wait for it to dissolve, and then it's gritty in your mouth.
It never
It
does.
falls straight to the bottom of the cup. 'Cause
Yes.
I get that. Visiting some relatives and be like, here's some tea. Be like, this is gross. It'll just all be sediment at the bottom of the cup, and I hated drinking cold tea until I found sweet tea.
And then it was good. And then it was nice.
And I don't care about whether it's sweet or unsweet. I like both.
True story. And then whenever she came down here, she had never had sweet tea before. Born and raised in New York, never had sweet tea. Came down here. He went to Chicken Express.
Oh god.
Got her a cup of sweet tea.
It's like syrup.
She tried it and she was like, I think I got diabetes. She was like, this is all sugar. What is this? And he was like, it's sweet tea. This is good sweet tea. And he's sitting there and he's drinking it. And she's like, no, this is terrible. This is terrible. I don't want any more of that. Don't ever do that to me, but I don't want that.
Speaking of beverages, I had my first cup of coffee 2 weeks ago.
What the fuck?
You never had coffee before that?
Never had
How old
coffee
are you?
before. I'm like 30 in my 30s.
I'm like 30.
I'm 21. I've been drinking coffee every day since I was 17.
No,
When I moved out my goddamn
I've
house.
never drunk a cup of coffee. I don't think I'll ever do it again.
Just no.
It's gross.
You don't drink coffee?
I hate the taste of coffee.
Get out.
It tastes.
What?
Get out.
I'm overpowered by the taste of coffee. I can drink French vanilla, but it still tastes like coffee.
Yeah.
That's
It's like coffee's so overpowering. I wouldn't be able to taste anything else.
Yeah.
So my dad every day after work would go to the coffee shop for 2 hours. And if you worked with him, you were sitting at the coffee shop for 2 hours. And for most of my life, I got a Coke. And then one day I picked up a cup of coffee. And I've been drinking coffee ever since.
Yeah.
Like it's just, I don't know. I couldn't imagine life without it.
See, I didn't drink coffee for a long
She,
Or hot chocolate.
wait, do you have tea with the grains in it? Or do you have sweet tea?
I would different kinds of tea.
like hot
The
tea.
ones with the tea bag, or you could steep the grains in the thing, or
Hot tea.
you could get sweet tea.
Hot tea?
She was brought up in Australia. Hot
Hot
tea. You want a cuppa? You have a cup of tea.
Yeah.
She
I
said,
mean,
yeah.
How is that any more difference than
Yeah.
different than like a cup
I'd
of
say,
coffee
you want a
in
cup
America?
And yeah. So I had tea for a long time until we moved next door to Peter and Carol. And Carol said, "I am so sick of this. You every time you are here, I have to make you a freaking cup of tea. We're having coffee, and you're going to like it."
Your tea, and it was hilarious.
Yes, yeah, because every morning Chris would drink my tea, and so then I switched to coffee. That was hilarious. Kid runs up, and I knew it was going to happen.
Yeah, and it's the same milky brown.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, because
The face he made.
what did you do to your
That's the
tea?
face he made right before she did it.
It's when you give your baby a lemon.
That was my favorite thing to do to my nieces, and I can't wait to do it to my daughter.
Gosh
Is
darn
just cut
it.
up a lemon and give it to her. I'm gonna do it again and be like, "You want more lemon?" Or dog. Dog will do it. My dog will chew it all up and eat it and then make the face. Like he's not wasting the opportunity to eat a treat
That's
just because it
special.
tastes bad.
That is special.
Yeah, my dog is dumb. Adorable, but dumb.
That is special.
My sister described him as the guy at the party that's really fat. Everybody likes him. He's there to have a great time, but is always asking for some of your food. That's my dog. 100 pounds, black lab, always there to see you, always happy to see you. But if you've got food, he's like, "Can I get some? What you eat? Can I get some?"
That's Courtney.
Can I get
Wasn't
some?"
it? Oh my God.
Yes! Yes!
Courtney Black Lab. Oh, I miss her. So my ex-father-in-law taught her a trick because she loved him, where she would shake hands and then get a treat every time. Every time. So you'd be eating, and she would come to the table with her paw up and be drooling.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Like, "I'm shaking. Can I have some?"
Huh?
God, no.
Especially for toast.
Vegemite toast.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Hey, so what does that taste like, by the way? I keep seeing it. I don't know what it is.
Vegemite toast.
Vegemite. It tastes yeasty, salty and yeasty, like leftover.
Marmite, but the texture's different.
Think of who?
Marmite.
No, that's
Don't have that
I'm just
either.
saying you can find that here.
yeah, but there's no reference. So
You can get Vegemite at World Market.
so like salty, yeasty, like it smells like beer.
And you eat toast.
You spread you butter your toast and you spread it really, really, really thin. Not like peanut butter. I
Okay.
mean like
No,
really
that's a
thin.
huge mistake.
Oh, and so bye listeners.